Envy, Yee, and Charlamagne.
Everybody that's anybody comes through the Breakfast Club.
You know, you give voice to people that would be voiceless.
Right now, your show has the pulse of the culture.
Yeah.
Everyone smells rich and successful.
Where y'all at now? Can't nobody tell y'all.
Non-stop entertainment. The Breakfast Club.
Wake your punk ass up.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed.
So you better have the same energy.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
This is Duke. What up, Charlamagne? What up, DJ Envy?
What up, brother?
Peace, King.
How you doing, my brother? What up, Charlamagne?
Peace, King. How are you? I'm blessed, black, and highly favored. How you, brother?
Get it off your chest.
My brother, my first time on Breakfast Club, bro. I just want to get it off my chest, man. I just want to say, have a great 4th of July. Everybody be safe, and don't let the fireworks turn to gunplay.
Okay. Thank you, brother.
That's real.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Curvin out of Houston.
What up, brother?
What's going on? Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Good morning, DJ Envy.
Morning, brother.
Good morning, Charlamagne the God.
Peace, King. How you doing, black man?
I'm doing all right. I'm coming to celebrate my beautiful black queen.
All right, shout her out. What's her name?
I want to celebrate Isis Keller. Right here out of Houston, Texas, my beautiful black queen. You know, we're going to celebrate 10 years in July. And I just want to celebrate her and thank her for making me the happiest man alive.
Yes, I love to hear it. The happiest man alive. Okay.
Thank you, brother. Hey, get it off your chest.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to get off my chest, really, man. I was just serious. I was watching Ride Along yesterday, and I swear I seen Charlamagne on there.
You did.
Conversation just like a cop.
I was in Ride Along playing a cop. People, had a nice little cameo. I walk out right before Ice Cube and Kevin Hart. They come behind me.
Yeah, I seen that. Okay, man. Hey, man, I like what y'all do, man. I listen to y'all every morning when I get off work, man. Keep it up.
Thank you, brother. Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's your boy Clutch coming from Dade County.
What's up, brother?
I want to give a beautiful shout out to my beautiful coworker that be camping. Ms. Johnson, her birthday coming up on the damn 18th. And to my beautiful future fiance, I'm going to propose to her ass on her birthday on the 17th.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
All right. Proud of you, man.
Is it a surprise? Because if it was...
No. She at work right now. She don't listen to a radio station because she'll get fired. But,
What if one of her friends or family members tells her?
They ain't going to do that shit. I got all their numbers on lock. I was told they ain't going to do that shit.
All right.
Stop cursing.
Yeah, you cursing a lot.
Oh, I apologize.
Have a good one. Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's Lee from Naptown.
Hey, what's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
Well, I want to get off my chest. Well, as I got a question. So I ended up buying a motorcycle, and it has some stuff that needs to be fixed.
I ain't giving you no money for your goddamn motorcycle. Don't even put your cash app out there for that. I see where it's going. No.
Listen. So, I'm kind of heated, like trying to keep my cool because, it was some money I was saving up for my birthday, and it was either vacation or get my bike fixed. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my bike fixed. So apparently all the stuff that the dude said he didn't do all of it. So he got me out of like damn near $2,000. And I took it to a different mechanic, and he said, well, this piece is not new, this and this and this. So I'm just wondering, what do I do at this point?
Sue him.
Is there anything I can do?
Can't you sue him? Can't you get one of these? Don't they got attorneys that handle business like this?
Do you have a contract? When you signed it, is there what? Do you have some type of written anything?
I got invoices and stuff, but
okay.
I guess not really necessarily a contract.
If he promised you that he was going to do some work and he didn't do the work, I'm sure that there's some legal action to be taken.
Have you looked at the reviews for his company too to see what other people are saying?
Yeah. I didn't really see too much negativity because I'm normally a person kind of stickler about that. So I did some research, and it seemed legit.
Okay.
But so I took
and there's the Better Business Bureau too that you can also do a complaint there.
That's what it's called.
There you go.
Okay.
But I would let him know. I would be like, look, this is what you did not do. And I like to put things in writing. So I would call and I would send an email detailing what he did wrong, what should have been done, what wasn't done, and also let him know that you do plan to take action.
Good luck, brother. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
This
Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
I'm dialing. Hey, what you doing, man? I'm dialing. I'm calling you.
This is your time to get it off your chest, whether you're mad or blessed. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, that's Dominique from Duval.
Dominique from Duval.
Duval.
What's up, brother?
Good morning. Y'all want to get off my chest, give a shout out to my wife, man. She be busting her ass all week long cooking, man. Oh, y'all follow her on Instagram at the DA_PrettyBrown_chef.
Okay. All right.
Why she busting her ass cooking this week?
You know, she's a personal chef, private chef.
Okay. Well, congrats to her, man.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a good morning.
All right, brother. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. This is Clay calling from North Carolina.
Clay, good morning. Get it off your chest.
Yes, I would really like to thank y'all. Well, first of all, I'd like to say good morning, DJ Envy. Good morning, Charlamagne the God, and good morning, Miss Yee.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Peace, my guy. How are you?
I'm doing great, blessed and highly favored. But
there you go.
I would like to say thank you to you guys, because you guys don't really know the impact of what you guys say and on the way people listen to you. Because I just recently bought a house here, and every morning I used to listen to you guys. And when DJ Envy used to talk about buying a house, I used to listen. I used to tell everybody in the car, shut up. I need to hear this and everything. And I never took one of your classes, but I used to listen. And one thing that you used to say about that credit, you got to get that credit right, you know. And I recently bought a house back in October, and I'm so happy.
Well, congratulations, brother.
Congratulations,
That's
brother.
what we try to do, man. We try to encourage things that we learn outside in this world. We try to, make sure that we teach our people and try to explain to our people. We don't know all the answers all the time, but we just try to point people in the right direction, brother.
But you guys really got an impact. And Miss Yee, a lot of these young girls are really listening to y'all. You know what I'm saying? So just keep doing this, y'all. And me personally, I thank you.
Thank you. Brother. We appreciate you.
Love, brother.
Now, shout to July 31st, Caesar and I are doing a seminar in New York, the Jacob Javits Center, where we're gonna be talking about real estate and breaking down, how to get into it, starting from credit repair. And we're actually gonna do something special. We got a bunch of brothers coming through. I know the brothers from EYL will be stopping through, and we got credit repair, and we're gonna be talking about hard money loans and conventional lenders. And also, I know the brothers from EYL are doing a Invest Fest again this year in Georgia. So if you can't make it out to the Jacob Javits Center July 31st, make sure you make it out there. And these are just ways where you could learn the game, learn the business. I like what EYL is doing, because they're doing something similar to what we're doing, where we're not trying to charge people $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000. Because I always say, if you got that much money to spend on a course or a class, I'd rather you just buy the house. So we're really, both of us, just trying to teach our community how to do it, how to build generational wealth.
And InvestFest is August 5th through the 7th in Atlanta. I'm actually going to be there.
Okay.
Be there as well. So salute to EYL.
So definitely get your tickets, Jacob Javits Center, July 31st, or you can, like I said, InvestFest in Atlanta. Get it off your chest, 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up, and you can hit me in my link in my bio, because I'm gonna be at InvestFest as well. So either or, you can check it out.
You a sneaky link?
What? Me and you?
That's how it sounded. You can hit me. I got my link in my bio.
You gonna be with me? So what do you mean sneaky link?
Yeah, you little sneaky link.
Yo, shut up, man. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Get it off your chest.
The Breakfast Club. Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, indeed.
From Bel Air, we have Jabari Banks. Welcome.
Yeah, what's going on?
How you feeling, my brother?
I'm great, man. How y'all?
Man, blessed, black, and highly favored.
Yeah, exactly. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be with y'all. This is incredible.
That's right. Congrats on the success of Bel Air thus far.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Did you feel a lot of pressure having to play such an iconic role?
Yeah, definitely the pressure. But, many talks with Will, many talks with Morgan Cooper, our creator, and, they just reminded me to just be me, bring myself to the role. And You know, it's exactly what Will was doing when he was being the Fresh Prince in the 90s, you know what I mean? He wasn't trying to be nobody else, so that's what I had to do.
How'd you get into acting?
I got into acting in high school, and I sort of, was just like dollying around, and then I went to college for it because my mom needed me to go to college, and I was like, I'll go to college for acting, and then...
Where you from?
I'm from Philly, and I'm from Maryland. I grew up in both places.
Okay.
Yeah. And
West Philadelphia, born and raised?
Yeah. Actually, it's crazy because I lived in West Philly with my Uncle Phil.
Wow.
But his name is
Get
James.
The f- out
Swear to God.
Why stop? I don't believe it.
Listen. His name is James Brogan, right?
Yeah, okay.
But we called him Phil because he lived in Philly, and I lived with him for a long time, and so
that's why, because Uncle Phil's real name was
James Avery.
James Avery.
Yeah. So there's a lot of instances within the show, not just me, with everybody in the cast. You know what I mean? That kind of like intertwined them with the story. But yeah, I went to school in Philly at University of the Arts, and then I fell in love with it then.
So did you tell people that story? Like growing up being from Philly and having an uncle named Phil?
It didn't make sense. I mean, it didn't really register. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't really tripping off of it until everything clicked, and then it was like, oh wow, like every part of my life has sort of led up to this.
Wow.
You know?
Wow. Now you were a Fresh Prince fan, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, all right.
Now, according to the PhillyVoice.com, the director Morgan Cooper, he had a $25,000 budget to do a feature film teaser for Bel Air with different actors. So how did that turn into this is going to be a show?
Well, so basically, Morgan put the trailer out, just out of love and out of a pure place. You know what I mean? He was just like, I love the Fresh Prince. I want to see this. I want to tell the story that I want to tell, you know? And he took that and he put it on YouTube. And I think within the first day, Will's company, Westbrook, they hit him up and, they were like, we want to, talk with you and develop this thing. And I think a couple weeks after that, he was sitting with Will and he was talking about, where we want to take this story. And, years down the line, here we are.
Totally different tone, though.
Totally different tone.
What did you think when you saw that?
Yeah, break that down. Break down, if people haven't seen the show, the differences between what we seen as a kid, Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and Bel Air.
Yeah, well, Bel Air 2022 version is a dramatic retelling of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, the quintessential 90s sitcom. And, it's all the characters that we know and love, but basically we get to dive deep into who they are and the actual stories that are going on in their lives. And, it's a modern day retelling of the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, basically. And when you think of the story, our showrunner TJ Brady, he said it perfectly. He was like, we all know the story of the Joker, you know what I mean? But when we see Joaquin Phoenix do what he was doing, it was like, did you really think about it? You know what I mean? And we get to see the story. We get to see how Will ends up in Bel Air, and it's gonna be super exciting for like old fans and new fans. And man, it's been crazy the love around the project. Yeah.
Were you afraid to turn something that I guess was so happy? So I'll call it bright. I'll call Fresh Prince of Bel Air bright. Were you afraid to turn something like that dark?
Nah, I wasn't afraid of it. Because when I had seen Morgan's trailer, I was like, oh, I get it. I get it. And I was like, watch that. You know what I mean? And so I think it's important because it's a reflection of our world. You know what I mean? And I think, it's important to see that.
How hands-on was Will Smith during the taping and all that?
I always say this. It was great that he wasn't, because he really gave us, he really left our retelling and our creation of these characters to our own volition. You know what I mean? And so that allowed us to create these, characters that ourselves are in. You know what I mean? He didn't have his thumb on it hella, you know what I mean? And so I feel like that's what I appreciated about him. But, he definitely gave us a lot of tips.
What about the other characters, Carlton and all them? Did any of them come on set? Or
we had a few talks with the original cast. So it was definitely a blessing to get their blessing and to see that torch pass. You know what I mean?
I always wonder, if and I would love to ask Will this, but maybe he told you. I wonder would he have played that character differently now, because he's older now, and he always said that back then he was pretending to be somebody he wasn't.
Right.
I wonder would he approach that character different now?
Definitely. I feel like when he was doing the Fresh Prince thing, he had no acting chops at all. You know what I mean? And so he was just kind of up there just trying to figure it out. And I definitely think, knowing what he knows now, it definitely would have been different, but it wouldn't have been as raw.
So you got acting chops, so you weren't doing what Will, because they said Will used to be saying everybody's lines.
It was a little different for me. It was a little different for me because I was a theater actor. And so this is my first time being in front of a camera, in front of a 40-person, camera crew. And so that was definitely a learning curve for sure.
How'd they discover you?
I just sent in my audition. With I had a manager, had an agent that I got through a showcase. And they sent me the call. They were like, yo, there's this show called Bel Air, and for this character Will, and I was like, hold on, Bel Air Will, what? And I saw the call and I was like, okay, I could do this. I knew it was me. I just had to prove to everybody else, but I thought that they wanted like a big name. You know what I mean? I thought that they wanted somebody who was recognizable to everybody else. And so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get this role, but you know what I mean? I just had to surrender to the whole process. And so I sent him my call, and a couple weeks down the line.
What did you have to do on that first tape? Do you remember?
Yeah, it was a couple of scenes.
Did you have to? What
No, I ain't have to rap. No, I just it was a couple of scenes. It was actually a scene with LeBron in it. LeBron was supposed to be in the first episode.
Really?
But it was budget and
Well, he was supposed to be playing one of the people you were playing ball against?
No. He was to be at a Bel Air party. He was like, yo, that's LeBron. You know what I mean? So I did a scene where LeBron was in it. And I mean, as soon as I read the scenes, when I first got the script, I was like, oh, this show has something to say.
All right, we have more with Jabari Banks. He plays Will Smith in the new series Bel Air. We'll talk to him some more. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake up!
Power 105.1. Club. Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God. It's topic time. Call 800-585-1051 to join into the discussion with The Breakfast Club.
Talk about it. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about some of the fattest things you've done.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. That pizza slice with that shrimp fried rice on it got me like, damn. I bet you that's amazing. And if you like roll the pizza up like it's a pizza roll, like you put the shrimp and then roll it. Ooh, Lord.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this all is well, man. Good morning time to you.
Peace, all is well.
Good morning.
Oh, man, I did the fattest thing ever last night. I went to Food Line, got me a box of them ice cream Snickers. I went and got me a box of the ice cream Klondike. And then I topped it off with a diet root beer.
You wildin'. How much you weigh, King?
Why you get the diet root beer? You might as well just go all the way in.
I got it by mistake and I laughed. I thought I had it. I was in Charlamagne, out there in his town.
Were you in Monk's Corner?
Monk's Corner there, come on.
You went to Piggly Wiggly? Where you went, Piggly Wiggly?
I went to
Food Line? Oh, I love Food Line. Listen, back in the day, when if you had like $2 and you go in the Food Line, you can get you a box of Lil Debbie oatmeal cream pies and one of them big 3-liter sodas for 99 cents. The generic brand now, not no name brand now. The Food Line brand.
My goodness.
Yes, indeed. I did something fat. I was thinking about, oh, man, I got to call y'all back. You know, I was the originator, writer of the song, Girl, You Know It's True, to y'all boy Kevin Lyles. That's how he got on. And when y'all had that Tell 'Em Why You're Mad, I'm going to share that with y'all.
What, Milli Vanilli?
What, you wrote the Milli Vanilli song?
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore, the Baltimore Newmarks. Come out, and I relocated to South Carolina.
Well, on the credits it say Kevin Lyles.
Kevin ain't write that song. Kevin ain't did the beats. Kevin just took the song and ran from Baltimore and got on with Def Jam. Come on. I'm here to share it this morning.
I mean, it don't matter. He won.
Yeah, Kevin
he won.
They just sold 300.
What's your name, King?
300 for
All is well.
All is well. Well,
yes,
don't sound like it. But I appreciate you, King.
Well. Hey,
Yes,
I'm down here. I got my trucking company.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
You living.
Got one of the biggest houses in Monk's Corner. Come on.
Where you live at in Monk's Corner?
I'm on Old 52, man, down there from WW.
Okay.
Big lots and all that.
Yeah.
I
I know exactly where you
got
at.
the biggest house in Monk's Corner. I ain't mad at you, brother.
I know exactly where you at off Old 52. Well, congratulations, all is well. Salute to you, King.
And salute to y'all. Y'all keep up the good work, man. Y'all keep it cool on the stool and keep us laughing in the morning. Come on.
That's right. And remember, happiness is subjective. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, people always want to put a dollar amount to happiness or, what you're doing in life. Whatever you're doing in life that makes you happy and you making a living, you successful.
Hello, who's this?
Successful and happy.
There you go. Hello, who's this?
This is Jasmine. Good morning.
Jasmine, good morning. We're talking about some of the fattest things you've done.
I just need to make sure this is a judge-free zone first.
Of course it's a judge-free zone, always.
So I'm in Virginia. Me and my friend, put it like this. We drove from, to put it in perspective, Norfolk State to VCU to go to a ladies' restaurant that went viral for baby shower plates.
Baby shower plates?
What are you talking about?
She went viral. We found her on Facebook, and she went viral because she was selling baby shower plates. It was like at the beginning of COVID.
Oh, so you went to go find that food?
When I went to go find that food, we drove from Norfolk State up to VCU. We couldn't even go sit down in the restaurant. We had to sit our fat tail. I don't even know if I said. We had to sit in the car and eat the food.
Was it worth it though?
Absolutely not. I could have made that home.
Damn.
Goodness gracious.
But listen, you had a great experience with your friends.
It was a memory, you know. It
That's
was
right.
a memory.
That's right. And that's what it's about. It's about food, fellowship, and friends. That's what food is for.
Isn't that what food does?
That's
Exactly.
right. That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Thank you, man. Hello, who's this?
It's Fresh.
Fresh, what up, man? We're talking about some real fat boy ish this morning, man. What's the fattest thing you've done?
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm only like 160, but everybody who know me call me fat. They say I'm fat in spirit.
How
do a lot of
fat in spirit.
I ain't gonna lie, like the fattest thing for real, bro. Everybody say I'm really like probably 6'8", 250 because I do everything fat, bro. Last week I ate some oatmeal because I didn't want to wait on it to cool off. I put it in the freezer for about 5 minutes.
I don't see nothing wrong with
that with pizza though.
Yeah.
You do that with pizza?
Yeah, pizza be too hot. I just put in a little fridge for about
I
maybe
love Pizza
20
Hut.
seconds,
I needed
30
to
seconds.
burn my mouth.
All right, so what about this? I microwave my ice cream.
Now that's just ridiculous.
Nah, that's just stupid.
Now I do microwave it a little bit if it's too hard. Now when you put that spoon in there,
Yeah, you feel me?
yeah, I do that now.
You microwave
I do that.
your ice? I've
No,
never
I do
heard of
that
that.
because you want your ice cream. You want it to be soft. You want that spoon to just go right through it.
Yeah, you don't want it to be rock hard.
I don't microwave it though. I just put it on the counter for a little while.
That's what you have to put on the
Yeah,
counter.
I don't microwave it.
Nah, man, I give it about 15 seconds in the microwave, bro. To get there. Right
Okay.
away.
Okay.
All right, well, thank you.
All
right, man. So now y'all feel fat? Y'all hungry like I am? What's the moral of the story?
And food is amazing, bro. The moral of the story is, I think your diet is a bank account, and good food choices are good investment. And it doesn't sound like y'all making good investments. Like I was talking about, just random things. This sounds like this some of y'all regular everyday diet. All right, so just make sure you making good food choices to make good investments. That's all. But man, food is life. Boy, I love food so much.
Absolutely.
Lord have mercy. We all fat. We all trans fat, bro. And we just need to accept it. Don't nobody really like eating healthy.
No.
Not at all.
Oh, healthy could be delicious. That's not true.
Sure.
It definitely
It don't taste like that.
Yeah,
fried
I don't
lobster.
sure.
It don't taste like them.
Sure.
Them Krispy
Man, the
Kreme
juices
donuts.
at Juices for
They
Life,
don't taste
those
like that
are
macaroni
amazing.
cheese.
It's like dessert.
They good.
Yeah.
But that
They
ain't,
taste
nothing tastes,
delicious.
nothing tastes good like them
Let me tell you
things.
something.
Mangoes, oh my God, I love a good juicy mango.
If all this stuff we
Grapes.
really love to eat was healthy, like if Krispy Kreme donuts kept us alive, guess what we'd be eating this morning right now?
I tried
You know what I
that.
mean? If Chick-fil-A is what gave us muscles, guess what we'd be eating this morning?
Remember what I used to eat every morning up here?
And I love
Sour Patch Kids,
sauteed spinach
Dunkin'
with
Donuts.
garlic. Yum.
All right, well, it's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Everyone.
Power 105.1. The Breakfast Club. Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Very requested guest.
And he's been ducking us for years now.
Never that. Never that. I've never ducked out. I thought you guys just didn't give about it, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Godfrey is here.
What's up?
Good morning, my brother.
Good
How
morning.
are you, man?
I'm excellent, man. I mean, I'm sleepy as shit, but yeah, you guys are early.
Yeah, morning show.
That's why it's called the Breakfast Club. I thought you shot in the middle of the afternoon.
Well, there's definitely no breakfast.
No breakfast. I'm starving. I got hunger breath.
We've already had like great conversations before the mic even opened.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
we did, a little
He
bit.
said we did. It wasn't great to me.
I just thought that you had to have a special, something had to be going on for you to
Godfrey,
be.
have you ever tried to be on this show? Have you ever had anybody reach out and say...
Yes, mad people have come to me and say, "Yo, Godfrey wants to do Breakfast Club." But when you gonna have Godfrey on Breakfast Club?
But did anybody try to book it, I'm saying? Did
Flame Monroe, that's my homie who I came up with in Chicago. He was like, you need to get on Breakfast Club. I'm gonna tell him you got to get on Breakfast Club. I said, but what do I have? I thought you had to have some like a movie coming out or a TV show coming out.
You
but
have
I'm
a
like,
lot.
What do you say?
You have a lot.
I have a lot, but then I saw some people that ain't got shit, and I said I can do that shit. I was like, oh, they ain't shit. I'm about to get on this, but they don't do a damn thing.
No,
so I'm about to get on.
I ran into you at the Nick Cannon show.
Shout out to Nick Cannon, first off. And sorry about his show got canceled.
He didn't get a fair shake, man. 6 months isn't long enough.
First of all, you can keep, that's what I love about this show. You guys keep it 100 here.
Absolutely.
They'll let white dudes stay on for 30 years.
That's right.
As average as and then we get cut off quick, man.
6 months?
We
That's
can't
not-
even
that's
be in
not fair.
animation. They cut us off quick. Like, come on, like Black Dynamite, done. I did
You're
voiceover
right.
of Black Dynamite, done. Boondocks, done.
You're right.
Cleveland show, done.
Right.
And it was white people doing black people voices, done. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? Oh yeah, Cleveland, they were all white people doing black people voices.
Yeah, I remember when that was
Yeah, and it done. Boom. So it's like, but The Simpsons been on since 1900. What?
Yeah.
They are thousand, and what else?
Like
is
the longest running show
American
ever.
Dad, all of that. But like Nick Cannon, like needed time to like gel. You know what I'm saying? It's like with the nighttime talk shows and like they've all been on forever, and then we had to wait 20 years for the same black dude to come back, and then they canceled it.
You got to give people a chance
Arsenio.
to get the kinks out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
they
they give those white guys and white women chances to fit.
Oof.
Yeah.
And they don't get better sometimes, and they stay horrible. Not all of them, but they stay horrible, and they're like. But Nick's show I thought was cool.
Yeah, I thought it was really good, nice, positive.
Positive.
Fun.
Yeah.
Hey
Funny.
Nick.
Hey Nick.
Yeah. That's daytime. You know, daytime's like kind of and it's the demographic is it's I mean, I think it's white soccer moms. I think he was trying to cater to, and he asked me, hey man, why don't you write on my show? I said, okay, with Rip Michaels. Shout out Rip Michaels.
Salute to
Rip, and I was like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. I've never really done like daytime. I've watched daytime, but I'm like, corny. But I said it'll be a good challenge, and so writing for Nick was cool. You know what I'm saying? Just to see the way Nick works, because I've been doing the the Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
You know, and Nick asked me to do Wildin' Out. I said, what's my old ass doing on Wildin' Out? He said, nah, man, we're gonna do old school. There's new school, and just to watch Nick work and hire so many different African Americans, and he just hires all kinds of people. Right. But just the way he works as a businessman, and then boom, that's how I ran into you. I'm telling you, Nick has hooked it up. It's always Nick Cannon hooking shit up. So that's how I got here. She goes, we've been wanting you to do the Breakfast Club. And I didn't believe you because I thought you were lying because I just happened to be working for Nick. And you was on some bullshit.
I wouldn't have said anything.
Right? You would have said,
I said, how you doing?
Yeah.
Good to see you.
But I was like, Angela Yee is really nice. Like, you're like nicer than I but not saying you were mean, but you were super
What was your
nice.
perception, Godfrey?
Nothing. Really, I mean, I just thought she was just, I don't know, because, you know, I thought maybe she'd be like a little maybe. Not really, but you're super nice, like overly nice. Like,
You've been scoring before, Godfrey, in this business.
Now, Charlamagne, we'd be like, Charlamagne, God damn.
You were actually on FaceTime with Shaq when I saw you.
I was
too.
on FaceTime with Shaq.
Yeah, they were talking about the T.I. situation, you and T.I.
Because I guess T.I. T.I. did the Shaq All-Star comedy thing.
He did?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember we talked about that. We said T.I. was going to be on that show.
Yeah.
We had a whole
I didn't know he was doing the Shaq comedy.
Yeah, during All-Star.
Yeah. Why are you making that face?
I feel like that's a little early for that.
What do you
Don't
mean
you
by
get
early?
Godfrey back in this.
No, I'm just asking.
No, I'm just saying,
what
like,
do you think? What do you
I mean,
mean?
I thought like the Shaq comedy All-Star thing was for people who had like, you know, put in some time in the comedy game. Like, that's not a platform you just jump out on. And, I mean, what?
I'm just saying.
I mean, I get Shaq. I mean, I get, you know, T.I.'s a celebrity and all, but I'm just talking about performance-wise. That's usually the thing that takes you to that next level as a comedian.
I didn't say it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
If you recall, we had a whole conversation up here about Godfrey and T.I. and how T.I. went on after Godfrey. Remember, we had that whole conversation.
Did you hear about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was in Atlanta.
We spoke about it.
I was in Atlanta. I know I'm going to talk because it's still lingering a little bit, but me and T.I. are cool as first off. When I was in Atlanta, I was doing an Atlanta Comedy Theater, and I'm on stage. I did like hour 40, right? That's what I do. That's what headliners do. And then my boy Artie Fuqua, giving a shout out to Artie Fuqua. Artie, get off stage. He's like, hey man, I just gotta tell you something. I know this sounds strange, but I gotta keep the show going. I was like, what for? He's like, T.I.'s going up. And I literally was like, to do what? I was like, what are you talking about? And he goes, he's gonna do comedy. I said, oh, okay. And I said, it's his town. Let him go up. And all I said was, you know, I saw T.I. because I'm a T.I. fan. So I was like, yo, T.I., what's up? Boom, boom. I went straight to the green room because I'm like, I'm done. I'm a headliner. I'm done. I'm going to decompress. That's what I do. I don't give a who's in the room. That is what I've always done. So they were like, on my podcast, they're like, yo, did you go see him? I said, no, I don't, for what? I'm a headliner. And I didn't know him to do comedy, so I'm not going to watch. Not saying he shouldn't be doing comedy. I'm just a headliner. I just finished. It was for that moment. But then I know somebody took that excerpt of me saying that, showed it to T.I. And then T.I. was in the woods.
Yes.
You know when T.I.
On
goes
his
in the woods,
Instagram
he
Live.
has that angle. I just want to say something that's on my heart, and I need to expeditiously take care of this situation. And I was like, oh, shit. And then, you know when T.I.'s in the woods, and he has that angle? I go, oh, shit. It's like when Snoop Dogg is mad, all you see is his nostrils.
Yeah.
he has his auntie scarf on. I go, oh, Snoop about to somebody up. But yeah, he was like, some people were like, yo, did you hear what T? And it spread like wildfire. And I had dudes from the South, like comics from the South calling me like, yo, you see that T.I. said about it? I said, what happened? And so I didn't even think about it because as a comedian, that's just how we talk. We're like, yo, he's a comic. He don't put his time in. This is just the way we talk as comedians.
Yeah.
And they took it as I was hating on him doing comedy. I said, nah, dude, I didn't go watch him because I'm not going to watch somebody that I don't know that's known for comedy after I've headlined. It was just for that moment.
Yeah.
Now, if it would have happened that T.I. came before I went up and said, hey, man, I want to do some time, I'll go, yeah, I don't give a and then I would have watched just to say T.I.'s doing comedy. That's all, So after that, then I addressed them right away. I said, because people, it went. I'm telling you, everybody's like, yo, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And of course, people can't wait to go in your DM like, hey man, you little punk ass man, T.I. can do whatever you want. I was like, yo, so Nick Cannon, I told him about it. He goes, yeah, I heard about that. And then he FaceTimed us. I said, let's talk. Let's go face to face. Man, I'm Chicago all day. I just want to let you know I'm Chicagoan. Even though I've been in New York for 20 years, I'm a Chicago guy. So I go face to face with people. I go, hey, man, let's talk about this. Squash this. Not a big deal. And we talked it out. We had a really nice conversation, And he said, I look at you as a GOAT, man. You one of the greats in comedy. I said, well, I appreciate that.
Was that the podcast? I heard the podcast.
No, this is before. This is the afternoon before, a few hours before the podcast.
Okay.
And I said, no, I appreciate that. But then I said, you know what? I even apologized. I said, I'm sorry that you took it the wrong way. There's nothing wrong with apologizing to another dude. I said, hey, man, I'm sorry about that, but I'm not sorry about the way I felt about how we are as comedians, as protocol. That's like, then I told him, I said, that's like me after you finish rhyming, I go, yo, my man T, I know you just rocked this concert, but I got a couple songs to drop real quick. You'd be like,
exactly. But you got to explain it to him in that way because that's the world he understands.
And so when I looked at it from his angle, I could see, and there were other comedians coming at him crazy. So it was a build-up. So when I said something, then it just added to the whole thing. But we squashed it. Then I said, can you do my podcast? He said, I love to do your podcast. And I said, when we had the podcast, then it got a little heated because he said, man, I thought you was cool when I first met you in the green room. And then the next minute you dog. I said, it wasn't a two-faced thing. I was just talking as a comedian, doing comedy 25 years. And then you're doing, he said, but I've always been a fan of comedy. I know, but I have never seen you perform it. So it was just one of those things. But we're cool as hell.
But it's also true that people can hype things up. So if y'all, imagine you guys didn't directly have a conversation.
Oh,
it could be something that really
And
snowballs.
I said, I like Atlanta. I want to be able to come I like it. I want to be able to come back.
I love Tip. That's one of my favorite people, and he's one of my favorite rappers. But you can't approve everything like the rap world either, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I heard him on the podcast. And he was talking like, y'all
don't poke the bell. Don't poke the bell. And I was like, I'm not trying to poke the bell, sir. Don't poke the bell. Don't poke the bell. He just kept saying, no, I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. Don't poke the bell. And then his other boys like, yeah, man, all that. Go out, T.I. They were pumping him up.
All right, we have more with comedian Godfrey. When we come back, don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with comedian Godfrey Yee.
In Chicago with Jussie Smollett. You see what's happening with Jussie.
Jussie Smollett?
Yeah. So we're watching that he got this 150-day jail sentence. Right. So do you think
he's gonna be juicy for real? He gonna be like, hey, Juicy! Yeah, all right. He's like, man, it's Jesse. No, it ain't. It's Juicy now. Whoa, what's happening, guy? Juicy Smollett. All right. Hey, what's up, Juicy?
Damn, yo, Dave might have to Juicy up. Jussie up in jail, man.
Juicy Smollett.
Damn,
say
Dave.
His name. Ow,
Dave didn't think he was going to prison. That's why he would have never did that.
I thought he was going to get like community service.
Yeah, fine.
And then he already looks, and his reputation is kind of tarnished right now anyway.
Yeah.
But now he's in jail. They're going to be like, yeah, Juicy, He gonna be walking through with his little blanket. Yeah, juicy. Oh man, juicy juice. Is it 100% juice? Fruit juice. Oh.
They got him in PC though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's in PC.
Oh, that's good. He'll be like, juice. Hey, what flavor that? Yeah. Empire. Lust is lying.
Jesse.
My man. Juice. Hey. It's Jesse. Oh, whatever, boy. 150 days. It's jokes, baby. I met Juice.
Oh my God.
I met Jesse. Cool dude. Very nice guy. And the two,
Man, he don't want to hear that.
And guess what?
You done said that.
And guess what? The two Nigerian dudes I know.
Oh my God.
I know both of them.
You know
From
them?
Chicago. I hung out with them. We went to a Nigerian festival. I hung out with them.
You are lying.
The next time, I swear to God.
You went to a Nigerian festival?
Nigerian festival because I met them. They were working at this. There's this arcade. It's like an arcade. It's called Emporium in Chicago on the north side. It's an arcade bar. You know how they're bringing out these new old arcade games with the bar? We were there, and they were the bouncer dudes there, brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I hung out with them.
Okay.
And then the next day, we went to a Nigerian festival in Chicago. Hell yeah. We was eating suya. You could ask them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are they in jail? Are they?
No, they're fine.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I know those dudes. Because when they showed them, I go, I fucking hung out with those. I'm not even lying to you.
No sauna or nothing? Or
What'd you say?
you guys went to the sauna or anything?
No,
like
hell
that?
no, man. I said, pause. The sauna.
I mean, they're trainers.
Yeah, I don't go to saunas, man. No, all that. Every time you go to sauna, the dudes just open like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Wrong room. Shit. No, because they, them old white dudes, they always got their out. The sauna's like, oh, man.
Look just like the statues, them little Greek statues.
The Greek statue with the little with the
That's what happens in the mill saunas?
Man, they
Yes,
don't give
all
a
the
love this sauna here.
Godfrey, you got to come back, man.
Dude,
I do want to ask you though,
What's up?
who's your Mount Rushmore of comedy?
Here, I knew that was coming.
You knew that was coming,
I
right?
think I do. Okay, let me.
Yeah.
And everybody's Mount Rushmore is whatever they want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
My Mount Rushmore, I should be Cosby. You know I'm in that Cosby documentary.
Yes, we
I heard
know.
about that.
We need to talk about Cosby.
I am in it, boy. All in it. Because I worked for Cosby. It was one of my first jobs.
What, the Cosby Show?
Yeah, the second one, the CBS one with Dougie Doug.
Wow.
So I was the audience coordinator for that. I lived in Queens, Carpenter Story Studios, and I did it for like 6 months. I was around Cosby. Never saw any crazy shit. You know what I mean? He was cool.
But you heard things. Did you hear things?
I would hear things. Definitely heard things. I would hear stuff. That's when his son was murdered. I was there. I was around.
Oh, I forgot
I was around
about
Ennis.
that.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, damn.
And so I was, So
were you surprised when any of these?
Because I was hearing it, and I would hear it. I go, really? And then I wasn't. My thing is, it was a battle because it's like, whenever he wanted to buy a channel, a network, stuff came up. The first time the first time he wanted to buy it, they had the illegitimate daughter came out. When he wanted to buy a network, there's some girl said, "You're my dad," or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then when he wanted to buy it again, some came up. And people say, well, they're trying to destroy legacy. But then I would hear, I knew people who kind of, it happened to them and they never reported them. And I was like, you know
That's
what
how
I mean?
I say my mom knew somebody that never reported it.
Yeah, I knew people that literally got handled and they were like, I never reported it because I got out, whatever. So I wasn't that surprised, but it was disappointing because he is an icon comedically. What he's done for television, he literally was the first black person to be on a national TV show, I Spy, in the '60s with Robert Culp. Then he had a Cosby Show before the regular Cosby Show. He was a gym teacher in the '70s. He had a Cosby Show. He was a gym teacher. When I tell you, I'm a nerd about this.
How much of Bill's self-righteousness do you think led to his demise?
That's another thing too. When Bill was like dogging everybody, which was f***ed up, he had fights with DL. Had a fight with him. Jamie Foxx did. Eddie Murphy was the first to go. Bill Cosby called me saying, "Why are you always cursing?" and da 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 da. And it was his self-righteous shit that made it even worse. Because
pull your pants up.
Pull your pants up. But I'm like, but Cosby, you were helped yourself too. There was a man by the name of Sheldon Leonard. Sheldon Leonard was an actor, producer. and he produced, I think, Dick Van Dyke Show. He actually helped Bill Cosby and fought for Bill Cosby to be on I Spy in the 60s. So Cosby, you were helped too.
Right.
It's disappointing, you know, to go with the whole, but I balanced it out pretty good, I think. You know, I didn't dog him, but I was disappointed. As far as my Mount Rushmore.
He's on your Mount Rushmore, is what you're saying.
You're saying he's in the back of the mountain right now. He's just in the back. he's in the back. He's in the back. He's in the back, like... I got Pryor. I got Carlin. I got Paul Mooney. I can't remember. I watch Paul all the time. I'm a Red Fox, and
hold on, that's only, you can only be 4.
You said I thought it was 5.
Mount Rushmore was 4.
Oh, I thought because everyone always says your top 5. So those are the guys.
And then you put Bill Cosby in the back.
I just put him in the back. Just in the back. He was in the front, and then when the thing, I had to go through the back. And,
so it's Pryor, like Carlin.
Remember this?
Richard Pryor.
Pryor, Carlin.
Mooney, Fox.
Godfrey, tell people where they can find you at this weekend.
Then check it out. I'll be in Dallas, Texas, Addison Improv, you know what I'm saying? And also
March 18th to the 20th.
18th to the 20th. And then Virginia Beach, Funny Bone, March 25th to the 27th. And then I'm going to be doing the 18th season of Wildin' Out with Nick Cannon in Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to be consulting on it too, so I'll be hanging out with Nick's crew in Atlanta for like 2 weeks and all them. And then follow me on Instagram, Comedian Godfrey, you guys. And my podcast is in Godfrey We Trust on the Gas Digital Network, all right? Tuesdays and Fridays, 10 p.m. Eastern, yes.
That's my guy, Comedian Godfrey. It's The Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Get going this summer with the best audio entertainment from Audible. Listen to best-selling audiobooks like Me and My Wife's Book, Real Life, Real Love, originals and podcasts, as well as motivation, wellness programs, and the latest tech and business ideas, all in one app. Sign up for 30 days free at audible.com/breakfast club.
Charlamagne say the gang dunk it other day. Charlamagne.
You are a donkey.
It's time for Donkey of the Day.
Donkey of the Day does not discriminate.
I might not have the song of the day, but I got the donkey of the day.
So if you ever feel I need to be a donkey, man, hit it with the heat.
Yeah, it's The Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Donkey of the Day goes to John F. Kennedy Middle School in Connecticut. In particular, a teacher named Bree Quarton. She's the district's health and physical education coordinator, and superintendent Christopher Drezik. I think I'm pronouncing his last name right now. I have extreme love for public school teachers. Dropping the clues bombs for all the public school teachers out there. Because my mother has been a public school teacher in South Carolina for as long as I've been alive. And I understand the impact that public school teachers have on kids, and I know how hard that job is because you have to truly love it, because it's not like the pay is your incentive. All right, you have to really care for these kids and their well-being. Lesson plans, assignments, all of these things teachers come up with to educate kids. We appreciate you. Drop another clues bomb for teachers, man, public school teachers. We know it's not easy. And in this era of social media, video games, all types of things, just pulling at these kids' attention, cutting through to these children and creating things that can actually appeal to these kids is tough. So I'm not judging. Okay, but as a parent of a middle schooler, I would be concerned about this lesson plan that came out of JFK Middle School. I'm holding it in my hand right now, okay? And the title is Pizza and Consent. Okay, basically kids at JFK Middle School in Connecticut were instructed to use pizza as a metaphor for sex and asked to cite their favorite toppings. For example, cheese was for kissing and olives were for giving oral. Basically, they compared ordering a pizza to receiving consent. I can't make this kind of stuff up. Listen to Eric Sanzi, Director of Outreach for Parents Defending Education. She did an interview with ABC 7 KATV to describe the assignment.
The assignment started out with a sentence that said, yes, pizza can be a metaphor for sex. And then it went on to explain that just like when friends have to agree on pizza toppings when they're sharing a pizza, that people need to agree on what they're willing to do and not do in terms of consent. And so they decided to have the students list their sexual likes and dislikes and then draw them on a pizza as pizza toppings. Now, again, these are 8th graders, and it's important to keep in mind, under 15% of 8th graders have had sex. So they're being asked very personal questions on a topic that many of them are totally inexperienced with and likely uncomfortable talking about in school.
This is middle school. How many toppings do you think I've had on my pizza in middle school? Now I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I enjoy a great conspiracy theory. And Pizzagate was a great conspiracy theory. You remember Pizzagate, don't you? The false allegation that the Clintons used the Comet Ping Pong Pizza restaurant in Washington, D.C. as a front for a pedophile sex ring, and the back room was supposedly used for kidnapping and trafficking children. Okay, now, of course, all of this was proven to be false, but it made a lot of noise, all right? The owner of Comet Ping Pong and his staff received death threats. People protested outside of the restaurant. A guy actually went in the restaurant and fired a gun at an employee. See, these fake stories be having real-world consequences, okay? People believe these conspiracy theories, and when you promote these false and reckless conspiracy theories, bad things happen. I'm saying all that to say JFK Middle School in Connecticut has done nothing but contributed to that conspiracy theory. I don't even know if Pizzagate is still a thing, but this right here is going to resurrect it. All right, listen, my daughter is in 8th grade. She's 13. These kids are watching shows like Euphoria. These kids have social media. These kids talk amongst each other. Do you remember when you were 13, 12, 11, whatever age we were in middle school, we was already talking about sex in a real way. So I can only imagine with all the access these kids have now, what their conversations are like. So you don't need stunts like this. Just talk to the kids, okay? Just talk to them, all right? Listen, let me read y'all some of this. This is why they use the metaphor for sex. They say when you order your pizza with friends, everyone checks in about each other's preferences. Some people might be vegan. Some people might be gluten-free. Others might love pineapple, while others prefer pepperoni. Some might not like pizza at all. If you're a vegetarian but your friend is a meat lover, sharing a pizza is going to bring up a lot of issues. You don't know who you can share your pizza with unless you ask. Okay, didn't they say the same goes with sex? No. What are they talking about with the metaphor? That make no sense. The correlation makes no sense. You have to check in with your partners and ask for their preferences. Your partner might be comfortable with one sexual activity but not another. Maybe your partners only want to be touched a certain way, or maybe your partners prefer to use certain language, or maybe they don't want to have sex at all. You'll never know your wants, desires, and you'll never know if your wants, desires, and boundaries are compatible with theirs unless you ask. No. I don't want y'all asking my daughter about any of that. And once again, furthermore, how many toppings do you think these kids have had in middle school? Middle school, I would hope these kids are virgins. Okay, just plain cheese pizzas. Matter of fact, no cheese, no tomato sauce, just raw dough, that hasn't even been put in the oven yet. All right? Amanda, who is a parent from that school district, took to social media to express her disgust with the assignment. Let's listen to Amanda.
Just last week, a school assignment in JFK labeled Pizza and Consent was sent out for students. What's pizza got to do with it, you wonder? We can use pizza as a metaphor for sex. Those are the first 2 lines of this assignment, which is centered around establishing consent and boundaries. Except for page 2, where it takes it one step further and states, now that you know the metaphor for sex, let's explore your preference. Draw and color your favorite type of pizza. Mirror these preferences in relation to sex. Here are some examples. Likes, cheese equals kissing. Dislikes, olives equals giving oral. Since when has it become acceptable for a teacher to ask a student what their sexual wants, desires, and boundaries are? Maybe our board members would like to answer this assignment and share their thoughts, just like our 8th grade students were requested to do.
Now, of course, the school is currently backtracking. Superintendent Christopher Drezick says it was a mistake and the assignment had been inadvertently sent to the students. Basically, they are claiming they sent the pizza to the wrong house. Okay, he said while the assignment was inappropriate, there was no hidden agenda. He said while addressing the parents, there was no secret cabal to indoctrinate kids on something. Let me tell you, man, if, you have to, explain that there's no secret cabal to indoctrinate kids, if a school superintendent has to explain that, all right, then my kids might be in the wrong school, all right? An explanation like that is just, I don't know, man. I just feel like this assignment is prompting kids to become sexually active before their time. And what does pizza have to do with consent? I still don't even know that, all right? Choosing what to put on your pizza when you are ordering with a group is hard enough by itself. Now you're trying to make it a metaphor for sex? And even after it's been explained, I still don't know what any of this has to do with consent, all right? Just talk to these kids. They're young adults. Speak to them as such. I promise they can handle it. But pizza as a metaphor for consent, they cannot. And what's the topping for anal? Huh? Please give John F. Kennedy Middle School in Connecticut the biggest hee-haw.
My kids ain't eating pizza no more.
That's what you got out of that? That's what you got out of that?
That's what I got out of that.
That's what you got out of that?
Chicken fingers and french fries all day long.
Jesus Christ.
The Breakfast Club.
Power
1051. The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building. We have Lotto.
Big Lotto.
Big Lotto.
Big Lotto.
Yeah, Lotto. The biggest.
Welcome.
What's happening?
Album comes out this Friday.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
I'm like feeling everything at once. Like I'm nervous, but I'm anxious, but I'm happy.
See, I like that honest answer because I always said after COVID, when you ask somebody how they doing,
Yeah.
you got to ask that sincerely,
Yeah.
and expect like an honest answer.
An honest answer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited though. It's been a long time coming.
How you feeling personally as a human? Forget the album, just you.
Trying to wrap my head around it all. Like it's happening so fast, and then it's just like a lot that I wasn't like made aware of, and it's just
Like what? What wasn't you made aware of?
just like how in depth this stuff get. Like it get crazy.
What you mean in
I
depth?
just came to rap.
Just came to
work.
You a business now.
Now the work begins.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the #1 record, right?
Yes.
Just had Big Energy was #1. Congrats.
Big energy. A lot of people was in their feelings about that song.
Yeah.
If they didn't have that big energy, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Uh-huh.
But one of our listeners called in, and I want to get your advice. Here was her question.
I started talking to a new guy, and like everything was good, but like he kind of has like some female tendencies that I don't like. They kind of make me like cringe a little bit.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by female tendencies?
So like sometimes he'll sing songs that are like a little bit too feminine, like sings like songs that he shouldn't be singing. And
Like
then
what
sometimes
song?
when I-
What songs are
like,
feminine songs?
Okay, Big Energy by Big Lotto. Like I don't feel like a man should be singing those songs. Like
Lotto's
I ain't gonna lie, those I love
Lotto's
both.
record was a #1 record, man.
I love both those songs, but okay.
As a female, yes, I love those songs, and I would sing them, but I don't think a man should be singing about those songs.
What do you say, Lotto?
I don't agree with
Can you
that.
say big energy, or as a guy you can't sing that song?
I think you can. First of all, I try at least, maybe not every song, but I try to make the most unisex music. I think like out of a lot of female rappers, I think I'm the one that makes music for both genders. Like my uncles, my cousins, my man, his friends, like they be bumping my junk.
Now, as a man of average penis size, I was highly offended by your song.
It's real. But if you listen to the song, it's not about what's in your pants, though.
It's not.
He doesn't
'Cause I
have
got
much
big
shit that he
energy.
says, but go ahead, continue on, Charlamagne.
Shut up! What's up with you, man? She already from Atlanta. Okay, relax, bro. Like, what's up?
It's not a like gender thing, or it's not literally what's in your pants.
Although that energy does transfer over. I mean, the confidence that you have.
Yeah, but that's where the saying come from, because it come from like, you know how they say men that know they got a lot of, stain in their pants, they be walking around like they don't stink.
I just feel like all penis sizes matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's very
That's
hurt.
all.
He cried.
It's not about that, Charlamagne.
He did.
Well,
It's
he's
not
got some
about that.
LDE this morning, so we'll be all right.
Now,
Have you ever been wrong about somebody's energy though?
Goodness gracious.
Like somebody walk in
No.
and they got that BDE, but then they was just.
Have I ever been wrong? I don't think I ever been wrong. I really could smell that from a mile away.
God damn.
What you smell
Yeah, I'm like
what you-
that.
No, I don't want to
Lord have mercy.
Mariah Carey, she cleared the sample, no problems?
Tom Club cleared this out.
Tom
Yeah, that's the original.
That's the
Yeah,
original.
Genius
okay.
of Love, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Genius of Love.
Genius of Love.
Yeah.
What do you call big? Is it like did they
Oh
hang
my
like your
gosh, leave her
ponytail? Like what
alone.
is big?
I knew you were just gonna give me just problems.
I'm just asking. I just want to know.
He's really hurt by it.
Big
I am
what?
not.
Big energy, big lotto.
Big energy. Big D. Big
Well, let me break it
BDE.
down before you answer
energy.
it. His wife.
Oh, don't
before
do
he was
that.
his
Don't
wife,
do
Bro,
that.
what is you talking
cheated
about?
on him with a guy with a
All
bigger
right, all
penis.
right.
His wife cheated with
Oh,
Maxwell.
that's what it is.
His wife cheated with Maxwell.
That is not true.
I don't want to know all the tea.
Exactly.
That's not true.
I don't want to
But
know.
He's like,
all
I
the
done
tea.
came here to work,
I don't wanna
guys.
That was years ago. We've been together for a long time.
It's not about what's in your pants. I don't care who cheated on who.
Listen, all I know is, Lotto, can we both agree
so I'm
that
just
there
asking, what-
is some small energy in this room from the two of them this morning?
No, I'm not gonna do them like that. No,
Because
yeah.
this is feeling insecure. It's giving insecure.
We're asking questions. Why can't we ask questions? I'm just asking questions.
Anyways, back to the caller. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with Shawty. I think that men can listen to them songs.
But
I
now
agree.
listen, sing them. Like,
Yes, they can.
Okay.
I agree.
Yes, they can.
I mean,
because if not, then y'all exit me out of 50% of the market.
That's right.
You can't do me like that, girl. I'm trying to get this money.
And technically, the song is about men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's why I had added those things like in the beginning where I said, hey, daddy, when you gonna stop playing? Like, I wanted it to be, I didn't want it to just be like stepping on. Like, I wanted it to be like,
you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Yeah.
He says that to me every morning, yo.
What's that?
Hey, daddy, when you gonna stop playing? I didn't know where the hell he was getting that from. This guy is crazy.
Please stop.
Why is the album titled 777? And I see you got it tatted on you next to the yin and the yang.
Yeah, I've been had this tatted on me for like, this is one of my first tattoos. So 7 always been like my favorite number.
It's God's number.
God's number.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone who I love favorite number is 7. Like my grandma, my daddy, everybody favorite number is 7. Tripled, overcome 666. And baby, I'm God's child, baby. I'm God's favorite, matter of fact. So, I don't play about that. So, but when I changed my name to Lotto in reference to the lottery, like casino, jackpot, whatever, it became a part of my brand then. But it just kind of just fell in place because it was already something that meant a lot to me anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the album and stuff, I just wanted to like, with the previous name, just harboring that negative energy and stuff, I just wanted to like turn over a new leaf, like new chapter, new era. And I think it's been manifesting like good things.
No, I like that, especially the whole 666 thing. It's like, yo, why not flip that?
Yeah.
And let's do God, 777.
Yeah,
I like
because
that.
I be seeing people do that. I be like, what the wrong with y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't do that.
What was your faith growing up?
Christianity.
Christianity?
For sure, yeah. We don't play, like my grandma, like, you ain't touching that food unless you say grace.
Now, another big conversation is who's from Atlanta?
Clearly not me. No, just like.
Why is there such a big conversation about who's from Atlanta, who's not from Atlanta, who's around on the outskirts of Atlanta, who's almost in Atlanta?
I don't think it's just Atlanta though. Like Amaretta was really just saying like, cause so many other people from different cities was relating to it too. She was just speaking from Atlanta. Like they be like, oh, if you're not from the actual city, don't claim the actual city. But baby, one thing about it, I'm gonna let you know I'm from Clayco. I'm gonna let you know that. But to the masses, to the world, y'all probably never even heard of Clayco. So to the world, I'm from Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really people not from there that just be like, oh yeah, she from Atlanta. And y'all represent Atlanta too. Like the culture of it.
Yeah.
And you got on the remix.
Yeah. Because I fuck with Amaretta. Like she hard. Like she could rap. And I understood what she was saying. Like it wasn't no shade. Like people was trying to flip it into this thing like, oh, she's shading you. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I ain't taking that shade. Like I'm like literally she said what she said. It's not a lie.
Mm-hmm. Isn't it crazy that people could have started like a beef? Because you know how fans want to jump in and be like, oh, she talking crazy about you. Imagine if you would have fed into that and been like, man,
I could have for sure. Like they do that a lot, especially with female rappers. Like they do that. They can't wait to pin y'all against each other. And that's why I always say 9 times out of 10 when the girls is beefing or they got an issue, underlying issue, it don't be them. Like we got so much stuff to relate to in real life. We got so many stories that we can tell each other and be like, girl, you going through that? I'm going through that too. Like it be the blogs and the fans and stuff. And it's really not fair to us because in real life, we would probably get along.
Does online harassment ever like impact your mental health and your emotional well-being?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm going through that right now. Like trying to find me time and like self-care, like make sure my mental is straight. Because I always say when it starts to not be fun no more, I'm gonna take a break and recollect. But I'm on tour and stuff, so it's like.
Is it fun now?
It's fun. It's fun. Like I'm not gonna let that distract me and take away, my happiness. This my second project with RCA. It's my first tour, and I'm selling out like crazy. Like I want to enjoy it.
It's funny until you get online. Like I saw something where they was messing with you about having a small stage, which wasn't a small stage. It's 3,000 people.
First of all, I'm in Santa Cruz. First of all, selling out 1,000 people in Santa Cruz is not coming out to see new artists, period. So I'm going to pop it. That's why I'm still trying to find, the times where it's appropriate to talk back. It is not.
I like how the Clayton County came out, but then you remember the media training.
But why does it bother you? Because you've been on stages that held 40, 50,000, 60,000 in festivals, and then small market, it doesn't matter.
I think what irritates me is because it be so many people that's not in the industry speaking on stuff that have to do with the industry. Like, y'all don't have no clue of what's going on. Y'all be impressed by these big old stages. When I post Rolling Loud or I post Made in America, y'all be like, oh my God, you made it. Them people is here to see 100 other people. They is not here just to see me. Like,
that's right.
Them people in that room screaming word for word songs that I dropped 5 years ago. So that hit different.
All right, we got more with Big Lotto when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Big Lotto. Her album comes out this Friday, 7/7/7. Charlamagne?
You do realize that most of these people on social media are just mad that you win it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think because I did the rap game like so long ago, I been got like that dragging on Twitter and stuff, and that's not new to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's not new to me. So it's like, I still gotta figure out when it's not appropriate to clap back. Cause y'all got the label offering me media training and stuff now.
When you was on Big Boy, and you talked about working on the album and having a problem clearing.
Yeah.
And then everybody looked at your track list and tried to see what artist that was.
It's like a hip hop whoudunit at this point.
And then Kodak posted today. He said that mulatto girl is not talking about me, homie.
I just seen that before I walked in. My intentions was not to like make this a whole thing. I just was looking at it as like, I'm a new female rapper in the game. I wish somebody could have gave me some insight about how this stuff really go. Like you hear like, oh, female rappers have it harder, but I really wanted to give like a little insight as to like what specifically makes it harder for a female rapper. I didn't want it to like distract from the music or anything. So like, I kind of wish in a way I didn't say that.
How did that person react? Because I'm sure at that point it's like, well, I don't want to be on the album because now everybody gonna be looking at me.
I haven't heard. Cursing you out.
I haven't heard from them.
Yeah.
Well,
you know what? If you did that, you should be ashamed and not want to. You know, like what are you supposed to do if a guy did that to you? He should really just shut up and like, or even apologize.
Or apologize. That would mean because I'm not here to raise nobody. I'm just speaking on like what I go through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think I'm allowed to do that to a certain extent. Social media is trying to turn it into this thing where it's like, oh, I'm trying to clout chase or like silence my experiences. So
I think you live in your truth.
Yeah.
You know, and if your intentions are to help the next person coming behind you, like, why not? Because these are things that we've always heard about, right?
Yeah,
like,
women are going
but
through
you
this
don't
right
even know
now.
specifically what, like, people always say, oh, it's harder for a female rapper, it's harder for a female rapper, but specifically what do we be dealing with that people don't know?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not even just other artists. It'd be managers, producers.
Yeah. Oh, that's why I was really shocked by that because I'm like, oh, that's what got y'all shook? Oh, y'all would. That was just,
So how does that make you, like, if you want to do a record with somebody or you want to collaborate, now do you say, well, I'm going to get my manager to reach out because I don't want
that's what it always be, though. Like, they even switched it like that. They like, oh, well, why would you even reach out to that person? I don't even do that. I don't do business like that. It's always through management. I don't even.
It shouldn't have to be like that, though. If you feel an artist and be like, I think he sound dope on this record, you should be able to be like, yo, bro, I think we should collab. And it shouldn't be a problem, you know?
It shouldn't.
But her reality is
it most likely will be, or that will, like, you know, do something that offends you or try to cross the boundary or whatever. So I always, like, especially with male rappers.
Was it Kodak?
I don't want to say who it was.
Yeah.
I just feel like, because it's going to distract from the music, and my intentions is not to get anyone dragged or anything. I just wanted to speak from, like, what do I deal with? I don't specifically want someone to, you know, get dragged, or that cancel culture shit is a mug.
Did other female rappers hit you up after that to be like, thank you, girl, for speaking up?
Yeah, they did. And I thought that was real dope. And hopefully, without the mess and the drama, hopefully more people can feel comfortable to speak up.
So it's been like that from day one? Like, even when you were just an aspiring rapper trying to get on, it's been like that?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
What did your man have to say about all this?
He tried to stay out the way. I try to keep him out the way too, because I don't want him to have any pressure or like feel like he gotta defend me like I'm straight.
Because that had to be hard for him to hear too,
Yeah.
especially when you tell him, I know he like,
Yeah, for sure. But I think when you dating a female rapper, you just gotta know some stuff just gonna come with it.
Did he know, or did he hear it on the Big Boy interview?
No, I
He knew beforehand.
I tell him everything. Yeah.
And he don't like want to go step to the guy like, let me go talk to him.
I don't know what he want to do.
Yeah. It's interesting though, because I can feel your energy come down as soon as you start talking about that. Yeah.
Because it just been like too much. It been too much. That's why I'm just ready for the album to come out. The remix got cleared like just in time. Like that was a whole nother thing that was just on my mental. Like when I tell you I've been stressed out with a K, stressed.
Word.
But it's okay because God got me, and I really feel like everything I'm going through right now is just prepping me for what's to come.
What perception did you have of the industry that once you got in, you realized it was all wrong?
Yeah, I gotta think. I was rapping at 8 years old. I did the rap game at 16, so I thought everything was peaches and cream. I just get my makeup done and shoot videos, and then I be number one on Billboard. That's how it go. That's what I thought, as a kid coming into it. But I think it made me like grow up faster because I had to see, as a kid, like, dang, this stuff not sweet. Like, people they don't give a f.
Damn, what was your first like rude awakening?
My first rude awakening, I don't even remember my first.
Was it before the rap game or after that or during?
Probably like during, after the rap game stuff.
Do you regret that at all? Because you had to prove so much that you wasn't a reality rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Now that I got through it, no. But because it was a lot to get through. It really was. Now that I got through it, no. But going when, like, the ups and downs of like trying to get away from that image that I was first introduced to the world as, and like the music changing and just growing up in general, like that, it did make me be like, man, I wish I never did this shit, But now I'm grateful because it just shows people like, this ain't overnight. People been seeing me, I've been working, like, so it's cool now that I've overcame it, and it's like, oh, I see her come up. I respect it.
Now, you also have the song Trust No Bitch on the album.
Yeah.
Do you feel like being in the position that you're in, people do try to come at you? Because you know how you try to go for somebody who's winning to get attention.
Yeah. Yeah, I really think that, and that's not going to stop. The only thing that I can control is my response to it. So I'm just trying to learn how to, like, they gon' gun for you. They gon' try to provoke you. And if you let them, then they gon' keep doing it. I just gotta go Beyonce on these bitches.
You go silent. It's hard though, cause your era grew up on that.
Yeah, and then I'm still me. Like, I look like, it's hard to look at yourself from third person point of view. So when the label be like, "Oh, you got this and this now," like, yeah, but it's hard for me to look at myself like that. Like, if you disrespect me, I'm on your ass. It's hard for me not to be.
I think I only find it disrespectful when I actually know the person.
Yeah.
Like, people I don't know, it's like ghosts. It's like, all right, what am I gonna do? Shoot at a ghost?
I wish I thought of it like that. One day I'm gonna be like you.
You can.
One day.
You got a chance to have a conversation with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
How was that?
Halle Berry. She looks so good. First of all, she looks so good. I'm like, girl, I want to grow up and look like you. She looks so good. She
Did
was
you pick
so
the question
genuine.
you asked, or was it already set up?
It was already set up.
Oh, okay, because
I
you
probably
asked the
shouldn't say that, but it
nastiest
was.
or weirdest sexual request the actress ever received.
First of all, I really want to put emphasis, I'll probably get in trouble for this, but I want to put emphasis on that these questions was pre-written, because when I seen them, I said, that is disrespectful to ask Halle Berry. That is disrespectful. My grandma would slap me on the head.
So why you ain't listen to your grandma?
But they was like, that she said it's okay. So I'm like,
oh, got you.
Okay.
So when I seen her, I was like, conversation.
I guess so. I'm like, y'all sure? She said it's okay. So I'm like, girl, did you see these questions?
You asked her beforehand?
Yeah, I'm like, did you see this?
See that? Okay, sure? Yeah.
I was like, I thought it was disrespectful. She was like, no, girl. So I'm like, okay.
What if they was punking you and then she was like, what? I can't believe.
That would be mean. That would be mean. That would be mean. Don't set me up with Halle.
All right, we got more with Big Lotto when we come back. Don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Breakfast Club.
Power 105.1. It'll never be the same.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Big Lotto. Her album comes out this Friday, 7/7/7.
It's something about you that's very grounded.
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Grounded?
Grounded, like just a humility about you, like, you know. And I feel like you were that way before you got in the game. So where do you contribute that to?
Probably what I was saying.
Contribute or attribute?
I think it's a
some type of
yeah.
It's a butte.
I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm really just grateful to be where I'm at. I don't take it for granted because it didn't happen overnight, and I really put in the work, and I've been told no so many times. I done dealt with so much stuff behind closed doors to get to where I'm at, so I just appreciate it.
What did your people want you to do coming up? Like your grandma, your mom, like what did they want you to do?
It's so crazy because most people, like, family don't support like a artistic job. Like, they like, oh, go to college, da-da-da. But my folks never did that.
Your dad managed you, right?
Yeah, my daddy managed me. My mama did my business management. And everybody, it was just like a family effort thing. Like my daddy used to pay for me to be on shows. Like, bro, can she hit the stage? I give you $200 right now. Like they supported me 100%. That's probably what attributes to it too. Yeah.
How does your dad feel now though? Because it's like, you know, he's still always in protecting mode.
Yeah.
So when he hears something, I'm sure he's ready to go get a baseball bat or hammer and go up somebody's head.
Yeah, he don't play by me for sure. He don't play by me for sure. But I think for the most part, he's just happy to see me, you know, doing what we pray for and what we prepared for so long.
You a daddy's girl?
I don't know, because when I was younger, I used to be a daddy's girl. But then when I'm getting into like my grown woman, well, when I think I'm a grown woman, like 16, I became more of a mama's girl.
How'd your dad deal with that? Because you were drag racing with him. You was his little
tomboy. I know.
And then all of a sudden,
I really was. I know.
Like, put them sneakers back on.
It still be, I'm not even gonna act like we just got it down pat. We still be like back and forth, like we get on each other's head. We have our time where we not with each other, because it's a lot to have, you know, your parent involved in your business, especially when they seeing you popping it like a Willie. You know what I'm saying? It get a little weird. But we figuring it out, and I know he got my best interest at heart regardless. And he know I love him to death.
And I like when you talk your shit on those songs, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun, but I do be thinking like, I wonder what
everybody
what
be
her
saying
dad
it.
gotta say.
Everybody be saying that. I think we just figuring it out as we go.
Like, how do you F like a thug?
What?
A song on the album.
When you F him like a thug.
What your dad say about that song?
He ain't heard us.
He ain't heard that one.
You can't play all the stuff. You just let them just read the track list and they know which ones to skip.
Lord have mercy.
So how do you explain that? How do you do that?
Okay, F them like a thug. It's just like taking authority. It just mean like not playing the like laid back role. It just mean like bring it up.
Getting on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Slap them.
Maybe.
See, I think fathers, we just protective and like it's anxiety. You have a lot of anxiety when you have children, period, but when you have daughters, you know what I'm saying? So you're overly protective, and I guess I can see where that could come off as like, give me some space, pops.
Yeah, and that's what it was. A lot of that in the beginning stages, like when I'm fresh off the rap game and I'm like getting my first car, my first apartment. I remember being like, okay, I want to cuss in my music now, and he was like, no.
How old were you at the time?
I was probably like 17.
I get it. 17, still kind of, you know.
I wasn't trying to talk about popping it like a Willie. I was just trying to be like, man, these bitches. But he was like, yeah, no.
And I loved when I saw you on Angie Martinez and what you said about your haters. And you was like, if they hating on me, you just might as well figure out a way to be a fan.
Yeah, because, baby, I'm going to try to prove you wrong. They always say that about me. Like, you know what's so crazy? Big Energy, it debuted on the Bubbling Under on Billboard. And I was like, okay, bet. Everybody was making fun of me. They're like, oh yeah, you thought this was going to go up. It's Bubbling Under. Okay. Now I'm number 14.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that's what your dad need to do. Your dad need to say, I bet you can't stop rapping about sex. And then that'll make
crying. You stop. No, then I'm going to play him another song where I'm not.
Were you the little kid that used to come rap at holidays? Like when all the family was around, Lotto, come do that little rap and that dance.
No, they would make me dance.
Okay.
Which is so crazy because I swear up and down I can't dance no more. I don't know what it left my body, but I used to think I was going to be a background dancer.
Really?
I was reading one of my journals from elementary the other day, and they was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I said I was going to be Beyonce's backup dancer. I swear to God.
Not a bad goal, but there's bigger goals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
life is crazy.
Man, I want to talk about some of these lyrics and songs, but I'm going to save it for lip service or something.
Oh, shit. I'm scared of lip service. That's why I'm glad when we did it the other time it was on Zoom. I was like, ooh, child.
Now wait till we get you in person. But you talk so much on your songs that it's just hard for us not. Have you ever done a sex tape?
Yeah.
Welcome
Daddy.
to lip service.
Lotto Daddy.
Yeah.
Are you scared that it's like, do you have it? Did you erase it?
No, I'm sure it's long gone.
You
sure?
Yeah.
Daddy!
You have one?
Wait, like my first relationship.
That's about to be an NFT. Why would you even say that, Lotto?
Not. It's gone. It's gone.
You sure?
Yeah.
Is he gone?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
She said that very.
He long gone.
But he's not dead. She don't mess with him no more, right? Or
yeah, no, he not dead.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm not trying to say that. I don't wish that on him. I'm just
He's
saying
dead
he
to you.
long gone. He dead to me. He long gone.
I don't like this for you.
This is getting awkward.
Yeah, I don't even like that this could exist.
I don't do it. This is like before I was like super lit. I don't do that no more. Like me and my man, we don't do it.
No more taping, no more. Not even on the phone.
I mean that like this is
FaceTime
awkward.
you away.
This is awkward.
Does your daddy know about this?
No, do your daddy know about what you do? No, he don't know. As he shouldn't.
What is he gonna say when he sees this interview, Lotto?
He gonna skip to the next part. He gonna wait for y'all to change the subject.
All right, well, let's get into
Big Lotto.
Let's get into a record now. What you wanna go into Willie or you wanna do the remix featuring Nicki? Which one?
Y'all is crazy.
I don't want your dad to hear Willie. I don't want him to
First time.
Is there something else you can play?
Crazy. Let's get into Willie featuring 21 Savage.
All right.
Yeah.
I love 21, by the way.
Big Lotto. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. You got a positive note for the people?
My positive note comes from Mr. Don Miguel Ruiz, who I love. He's an author I love, author of the 4 Agreements, 5th Agreements, Mastery of Self, bunch of great titles. But he has a quote where he says, "Death is not the biggest fear we have. Our biggest fear is taking the risk to be alive, the risk to be alive and express what we really are." Go live today, people.
Breakfast Club, bitches!
Y'all finished or y'all done?
When I slide, nightlight on the blick. Bet I'm on my when I'm outside. So them ran down, caught them pins down.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our Audible pick of the day is The Big Lie, an Audible original starring John Hamm. It's about 3 filmmakers producing a controversial movie in Hollywood during the 1950s. Start listening with a free 30-day Audible trial at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
The Breakfast Club.
Everyone,